Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are being made, and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies with us today, and welcome to my new subscribers. Very quick briefing. I have two major spirit guides. I have Meister, he's always standing on this side, Naren is always standing on this side. Meister's real name is Angus. He is a Gaelic Celtic warrior who lost his life in defending his village during the Roman invasion of Great Britain, and Meister had a beautiful long life. He was the spiritual medicine healer of his Australian First Nations tribe. Very quick housekeeping. This is an entertainment channel. This is a tarot reading channel. I am purely a messenger. I go into the majority, well, I go into all of my readings now with literally no research done other than a brief skim if I need to find out specific information, or even just a headline of something that has caught my attention. The reading I did the other day on the Canadian federal election seemed to have triggered a few. If you find yourself triggered by these readings, perhaps this is not the outlet for you. I have no vested interest in the Canadian election. I have literally all I did was research who formed the coalition side, and if it was not a reading for you, then perhaps don't leave comments. Just go and find something else. Okay, learnt very early to leave my bias at the door. I did a reading a long time ago on Roe versus Wade, where the card said one thing. I brought my heart into the reading and read it completely different and got it completely wrong. And that was a lesson that I needed to learn. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at today is I'm going to have, and as an example, all I've done is literally written down Jack Smith back in the US. I have written down the name and the date of something that I'm going to refer to right now, because what happened is I saw Jack Smith was back in the US. As I was chatting to my guides while I go to sleep, which I do every night, I was given a really strong vision of the, shall I say, dodgy GOP members on this side. It's not all the GOP, but you know the ones I'm talking about. And there was a fog or a mist or clouds coming in this side. And what was happening is, breaking up from that mist, there was a tendril that one by one that was enveloping the dodgy GOPs. I was then, I'll put this as being by Meister, I was given the clearest vision of a show that I used to, this is going to show my age, a show that I watched back in the late 70s, so 40 something years ago, that I enjoyed at the time. And I was given the vision of this particular television show. And I had to Google some very vague wording to find the name for it. But as soon as I saw the name, I went, yes, that's it. Called Eagle of the Nights. And what it was set in the times of the Roman invasion of Great Britain, and it was a story of a investigative gentleman who was sent with his crew to Britain to investigate the disappearance of a legion of Roman soldiers. They were sent to try and recover the golden eagle that the legion would have been carrying. And what they found out, this is really stretching the memory back a lot, because it's not available for streaming that I can find. What it was that these investigators were sent to try and find the golden eagle that the legion would have been carrying. But what they did find was the way this legion was, it went missing, was destroyed, was that the local Celtic tribes, or the local the local Saxon tribes, anyhow, a big combination thereof, the locals were picking off the legionnaires one by one. Now, the fact that I was given that when, as I said, I had not thought of that television series in 40 odd years was quite poignant. So when the boys give me, and this was Meister, give me visions, they are very much take note. So what I'm going to do first is, okay, Jack Smith is now back in the US. I want to have a look at the energies of what he is doing right now. I'm going to do a spiritual growth spread. Now I call it spiritual growth because it is a traditional spread that Denise from Spiritual Growth Tarot does. And then I'll do a full Celtic to see a little bit more detail. And if need be, Pendulum will come out to answer some questions. So tell me about Jack Smith. What a great name for an investigator. Jack Smith. Jack Smith. Oh, there's a heap thrown out there, but Ace of Swords, the truth coming, like truthful new beginning, the voters, and then the messaging coming forward. Oh yeah, okay. Prickly Scalp. They're not the cards for this particular spread, but it was just an interesting intro. Yes. Okay. Jack Smith. Right, thank you. Okay, for those that are new, when the cards stick, that's when the boys are telling me they're in order for me to read. Okay. Signifier. Do love. Things are going to come forward very quickly, but it's also a card of, if I say make it up as you go along, I don't mean make it up. It means that as each stage happens, there will be adjustments in direction. They will learn new information as they go along. So there will be adjustments, but it is actually going to happen really quickly, and that's what I've always seen, that he will move forward. Once he starts, he's off. Okay, challenged by, how great is this? The Star. Hope. Restoration of the democracy. Respite from those of us that have been struggling for so long under less than perfect democratic observations. But it's the Star of Hope. This is, to quote Lena Rodriguez, this is the best of the United States. So this is great. 2 major arcana. Powerful. Okay, his plan of action. Okay, this is interesting. 10 of Wands. Burdensome, packing up, moving on, but at a crossroads also where the blindfolds need to be taken off. Okay, thank you. What the boys are telling me is this is a crossroads moment for the United States, but Jack Smith's also at a crossroads in regards to bringing the truth forward. He's got a difficult decision to make. And it is quite burdensome on him. Okay, there is a burdensome decision that he has to make while he's been following this path. I think I know what this is relating to. This is relating to how far does he actually go. And what I'm getting from this is elected GOP members. He has to make quite an important decision. What he's actually going to do, well, yeah, okay. Moving back to a simpler time, the past. This is definitely not the naivety card for him. Emotionally, a simpler time. He's going to simplify this. Thank you. He's going to simplify this for the people, but he's also he's concentrating on the money. He's concentrating on how do I interpret that? If I say intergenerational money, but I'm not talking about actual parent to offspring. Thank you. He's talking about the oligarchs. Now, oligarchs aren't just Russian. You've got your US oligarchs as well. Those that have inherited wealth that they're using for not the best outcomes for the US itself. What they're doing is they're spending money to hold their position of wealth. Okay. Boundaries being set up. This is the karma hanging over, and again we've got a decision card in regards to the money trail itself. He is in the process of he's tossing up which path to follow at this stage. The outcome, okay. There is going to be some loss and disappointment. He's going to make an offer. The investigation and choices. Yes, there's one of my fur babies come in for a cuddle. Yeah, they do like a cuddle. Okay, this is interesting. The choice that he's going to make, there is going to be, what I'm getting from this is there's going to be some disappointment in what he's following up. Thank you. Because some of what he's going to be following up is emotional. He's going to put aside, okay, because when we think about January the 6th, there is a lot of emotion invested in that about what can actually be brought to a legal court. And you can't bring emotion to the court. It has to be fact. So there is some that, what I'm getting is this is an apology card. He is going to apologize, or maybe not, but he is feeling apologetic for what he feels that he cannot bring forward because it's not based in something that can bring forward a prosecution in court. So there is going to be, by the people of the US, some emotional disappointment because he can only bring to court what can be proven. And that's what he's tossing up at the moment. Okay. And he does feel apologetic for that. But he's an astute investigator. He knows that he can only bring... Okay, so what his action is going to be is to follow the money trail of that has gone on in the past. The money trail, the document trail. Thank you. Thank you. He is burdened by this, what is known and what can be proven and what can't be proven. Okay, this is really what I'm getting here. This is what the boys are telling me. He is investigating. He is lighting the path forward. He's contemplating he's contemplated what he can actually bring forward, what he can shine the light on in a court of law, and he has had to make the choice about what he actually brings forward. We've got another 2 here. This is three twos, which are crossroads cards, and what he can bring forward, the messaging that he can bring forward. is Russian connections, overseas Russian connections to be illuminated. Okay, on the base we have this feminine energy of inspiration, confidence in their own skin, knowing their path forward, bringing forward messages of inspiration. And then we have the have faith and trust in the path that he is. I'm just having a chuckle because I've peeked at the next two. Faith and trust in the path that is moving forward, the new journey that will bring about the end of this cycle and a rebalancing. Okay. So, a lot of major arcana in this. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana in this reading. 3 twos, which is crossroads. 8 major arcana. So it is a take note reading, but it is very much telling us that he is fully aware that there will be disappointment in what he can bring to bear, because he can't bring forward emotional charges. They have to be factual. They have to be based in the truth, and the knowing of us lay people that Trump was involved would not hold up in court without actual factual evidence. So just be aware of that there will be some but is irrelevant. It has to be what can be proven in a court of law. And we do know that Trump is the expert of suggesting, not actually ordering something. So therefore, there will be some charges. I'm thinking the January the 6th. I don't think. Okay. Thank you, guys. It's not that I don't think. The message I'm getting is that he's not going to be charged on insurrection charges via Jack Smith, by the DOJ for January the 6th, because there's too much grey area. However, rest assured there are multiple other cases against Trump that will take him down. So he will be taken down. It's a bit like Al Capone. We knew he was, historically, looking back, we knew he was money laundering, we knew he was suggesting removal of opposition, we knew he was doing all these vile things, but because he's very much the same energy, it was the IRS that took Capone down, and Trump is very similar. It will be the provable money document trails that take him down, not that we know he did it speculation. It's not even speculation. We know he did it, but that's not what is going to be taking Trump down. So we just have to be content with the fact that he's going down. Okay, let's have a look at, and on that note, I've always seen Trump actually not going to jail. He will be confined, but he will be confined more because he will be confined, but he will be left. Family will have nothing to do with him. He will not have any money. There will be a few hanger-on supporters that are paying for him to be cared for as he slips into dementia decline. So, friendless, penniless, ending for him. Friendless, penniless, family, nothing to do with him, and dementia. So we're going to have to be honest, I find that more satisfying than him being a martyr in jail. So, okay, enough said on that. Let's have a quick look at the next bit. I'm going to do a full Celtic on Jack Smith and just see what's happening. Jack Smith, Jack Smith, Jack Smith. Full Celtic on Jack, the energies of Jack. Where are we going with that? Thank you. Right, Seven of Swords. Signify, this is what he's looking into, the truth about the abuse of power and the illumination of such. But this is the abuse of power, sabotage, betrayal. Yep. Okay, this is the signifier of this reading for Jack Smith. Knight of Cups. Here's this Knight of Cups again. An offer being brought forward, an offer of a message being brought forward. Okay, this is okay, thank you. The boys are reinforcing that this is Jack Smith. He's not going to apologise, but it will be put out there in some form that he will be apologising, that he cannot bring the emotional charges that we know that this abuse of power card signifies. So he's going to bring forward an apology that he can't bring those charges to bear because there is no defining, thank you guys, defining fact. Okay, thank you. Foundation of this reading, Five of Swords, the lies. This is interesting. So it is the lies, but if you have lies, deception, the untruths, we know. But if you look at this card, the lies giving this dude in the front an absolute headache. But if we look at the figure in the background, they are concentrating on something that is this energy into this figure here. This is Jack Smith. The emotional is giving him a headache, following the facts and the truth, because if we look at these crows here as they fly on a path, if he follows the path of the truth, that's what he needs to do. So yeah, he is angsting about it. Sorry about that. He is angsting about the fact that he's going to feel like he's going to let the people of the US down because he cannot bring charges against Trump on this. In the past, the Six of Wands. Victory. Interesting. The message of victory. See where it goes. He's at what he's doing right now is choosing the takedown. Choosing the takedown. But it is a choice. Okay, if you look here in the background, you've got documents, you've got money, you've got, what else have you got? Growth, you've got, and they're actually quite good choices in the background here. If you look at it, they're not the dragon and the castle, etc. But it is about a choice. Documents and money are the two that are standing out for me in the background there. What have we got? We've got Mother Earth, we've got illumination, we've got growth. But yeah, I'm really drawn to this documents on the side here is what he's going to follow. But he is in the choice at the moment. One single moon cycle, wondering if it's within the month. Looking overseas in the immediate future. A plan, making a plan. Externally, working together. We know that. He's not only working with the FBI, he's also working with Letitia James and Fannie Willis. If I say all I can see it right now is that corkboard that I often see with all the cases and the red string running from one to another. If you think of the old police television series where they sort of interconnected what was linked with what with the red string, and you literally can't see the board for the string. So he is working with others on these. And we have the King of Wands. The strength of the messaging that is being brought forward, the strength of the plan internally, inspirational, confident, bringing, he knows, okay, hopes and fears. Yeah, he's following the money trail. If it's not the money trail or the physical documents, he can't take it to court because there's not the evidence. It is about the loans and debts from overseas that he's bringing forward, that he's following. Okay, love it. Breaking down so that new can be rebuilt. Destruction of the ivory tower, basically. Four of Pentacles, preserving what is precious, protecting what is precious. A Two of Swords, crossroads for the United States moment, but we have the Seven of Wands here as well. Beautiful card. And then the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords, if you think the Ten of Swords in the regular deck is the guy on the ground with the 10 swords sticking in his back, for this particular reading, this is why the guys wanted to choose this deck. The 10 of Swords, it's an ending, but it is about stepping over the horizon, the truth, leading forward over the horizon to a new beginning. Okay, base, circles of support, a lot of messages coming forward, things being seen from a different point of view, anxiety for some, and then we have the death and rebirth. So yeah, it's just reinforcing to me, he's ready to move. He is nearly ready to move. But it is reinforcing that there will be disappointment because the charges that are based in we know but can't be proven, he's not going to be able to bring. But don't fear. It is a death, it is a breaking down of the castle for those that were involved. Okay, I didn't actually look at the GOP members. That was more about Trump. I'll have a look at the GOP members in another reading. So thank you for joining me. I'll have a look at the GOP members tomorrow. Look after yourselves, take care, and I shall catch you shortly. Bye-bye.